Good morning, children. This is Farah, and today I am going to teach you about a topic of light, which is reflection of light in curved surfaces. What are curved surfaces? Curved surfaces are the spherical mirrors. So, let us first know what are the spherical mirrors. Now, a spherical mirror is a small part cut from a hollow sphere of glass. Now, suppose this is a hollow sphere of glass over here, or you can take a ball, and if we take a small part of that ball, say this much, so we see over here that it will have a bulged surface and also a hollow surface. So this bulging part of the surface is called the convex surface, and the hollow surface is known as the concave surface. So you understand now what is a spherical mirror? A spherical mirror is a small part cut from a sphere, a hollow sphere. Alright. And the bulged part is known as the convex surface, and the other part, which is the hollow surface, this is known as the concave surface. Right. So these are the two kinds of surfaces. So we can categorize spherical mirrors into two types of mirrors, that is convex and concave mirrors. Now let us see in detail what a convex mirror looks like. Now in case of a convex mirror, the silver side, that is the polished surface, is towards the hollow part, and the bulged part is the reflecting part. That is, the light will be reflected on the reflecting surface, that is the bulged surface, and that is known as the convex mirror. In case of a concave mirror, the reflecting surface is the hollow surface, while the polished surface or the silver surface is the bulged surface. So that is concave mirror. And of course you have studied about plane mirror. In plane mirror, one part is the polished part, that is the silver surface, and the other part is the reflecting surface on which the image is formed, the reflecting surface where the light is reflected. So these are three types of mirror, and the curved mirrors are concave mirror and convex mirror. Now first we should be familiar with the terms related to spherical mirrors. Before we study how light is reflected, how the image is formed, we must be familiar with certain terms and we should know what they mean. So the first term is the pole. Pole, suppose this is your concave mirror, the curved surface. The center part of this curvature or the center part of this curved surface is known as the pole, which is represented by P. Alright. The next is the center of curvature, which is represented by C. Now center of curvature is the center part of the sphere of which this mirror is a part. Suppose this is the whole sphere. Consider this. This is the whole sphere. So the center of this whole sphere of which this mirror is a part, that center is known as center of curvature. Understood? You consider it as a whole sphere, right? Like this. This is a whole sphere, and the center of this sphere will be known as the center of curvature. I hope it is clear to you all. Now the third term is the principal axis, which is represented by PA. Now what is principal axis? When we join this pole to the center of curvature, this line joining the pole and the center of curvature, that is known as principal axis. Alright. Now the third term is radius of curvature. Now radius of curvature is the radius of this whole sphere. And what is the radius of this whole sphere? Is the length from C to P. So that is the radius of curvature, because the radius will be the radius of the entire sphere. Okay, and so that distance is from pole to the curvature. That is known as radius of curvature. Now next is principal focus. What is principal focus? This is very important to understand what is principal focus. And to understand this, let us see another diagram. Now suppose we take the incident rays which are falling on this mirror. The incident rays that we are taking, which are falling on the reflected part, on this part. So suppose they are falling parallel, which are near to the principal axis. So one ray is here, then the other is here, then the other one. Then it will pass, when it will be reflected, it will pass through a point F on the principal axis. It will pass through the point F or very near to F. See, all these rays are passing which parallel to the principal axis. After being reflected back, they are passing to the point F. Similarly, you can see over here, these rays are passing through the point F. So this point is the point where all the reflected rays pass through. So this is known as the principal focus. Right. Now the next term is focal length. What is focal length? Focal length is the distance between the pole and principal focus. This distance between the pole and the principal axis, this is known as focal length. Now let me again revise all these terms with you so that you become familiar with all these terms. First is the pole. Now what is pole? Pole is the center of the curved surface of the curved mirror that we have. The center of this curved surface is known as the pole. Second is principal axis. Second is center of curvature. Now center of curvature is what? It is the center of the entire sphere of which this mirror is a part. So that is C. Now third term is principal axis. Principal axis is the joint lining C and P, the line which is connecting curvature, center of curvature to pole is known as principal axis. The next term is radius of curvature. The radius of curvature is the radius of this entire sphere. So this is the distance that between the C and P, that is the radius of curvature. The distance between C and P is the radius of curvature. Now the next term is principal focus. Principal focus, I explained to you how it is formed. What it is? When the rays which are parallel to the principal axis, the incident rays which are parallel to the principal axis, when they are reflected back, they all pass through a point on principal axis or close to that point F, which is on the principal axis. So this point is known as the focus. This is known as the principal focus. And focal length is the distance between the pole and the principal focus. I hope you all are familiar now with all these terms. So now we are going to study about the types of rays. What are, because before we go into ray diagrams, before we study about reflection and how image is formed, we should be familiar with all these kinds of terms. Now there are two types of rays. One is paraxial rays and the other is marginal rays. Now what are paraxial rays? The rays which are most closer to the principal axis. In case of this concave mirror, when we see these rays which are very close to the principal axis, when they fall on the reflected surface and then they are converging and passing through a point F. So we see that all these rays are passing through a point which is F, that is they are converging at this point. So that is why this concave mirror is also known as the converging mirror. So what do we call as a concave mirror? We call it as a converging mirror also, as it is converging all the rays at a point which is known as focus. Then in case of convex mirror, when we see, what happens is, in this case, the rays which are falling parallel over here are getting diverged, isn't it? But some, if we consider these extended ray, these are the extended ray, if we join these extended ray, they join at the point F. You can see all these rays which are near to the principal axis, the extended rays are joining at F, but they are getting reflected back, that is, they are getting diverging, they are getting diverged, they are not passing through it, they are getting diverged. Since this mirror is diverging the rays, so it is also known as diverging mirror. So convex mirror is also known as diverging mirror, and concave mirror is known as converging mirror. Now we'll study little about ray diagrams in this class. I'm not going to explain you all the ray diagrams, but I will explain you the first type of diagrams that are formed when the ray, in case of converging mirror, that is the concave mirror, when the rays are parallel to the to principal axis and they are near to the principal axis. So what is happening to this? See, these, all these are incident rays. This is one incident ray, then this is second incident ray, again this is incident ray, and this is another incident ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Now these rays are getting reflected and they are passing through the point F. See, all these, you can see the arrows which will show you the direction of the rays. This is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray. This is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. Similarly here, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray. And this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. So they are passing through the point F. So all these rays are passing through the point F, that is the focus, principal focus. And this distance between F and P will be known as the focal length. Now let us consider this convex mirror here, and here we will see the rays which are actually not parallel, but you can see how they are a bit converged. Okay, you can see over here that they are not parallel to the principal axis, but they are slanting and they are not exactly parallel. So this incident ray, when it is falling on this reflecting surface, it will be reflected parallelly. So this is here the reflected ray is parallel. Can you see here the reflected ray is parallel, and these are the extended rays which will fall on the point F. These are the extended rays. Now similarly, you see here, this is the incident ray which is actually not parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so but the reflected ray, after getting reflected, it is parallel to the principal axis. So this is how this convex mirror will work in this case, and it is known as diverging mirror. Now we are going to discuss the more of these ray diagrams in our next class, and I am going to explain you different types of ray diagrams which can be formed in case of these spherical mirrors. So see you tomorrow, and please revise this, whatever we have studied. Please get familiar with the terms, get familiar what is the meaning of reflected mirrors, what are the reflecting mirrors, and what is the meaning of concave mirror, convex mirror, what is the difference between concave and convex mirror, what are the different terms, what are spherical mirrors, what is center of curvature, what is pole, etc., etc. So see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.